So how do you start a new business when you got a full-time job, you got a house, you got a family, you got so many commitments, and all you have by the end of the day is 30 minutes to yourself? That you can't start a business with that. What do? It seems like a prison, right? You can't break out of it. But that's exactly what we do when we break out of prisons. We create explosions, we break down walls, we do something extraordinary. And most people are not willing to do that. So what really separates most people, the two groups of people, is the ones that really make that sprinting happen, that lifting rocket, and say, okay, next week, I'm going to spend 5 hours every single day when I come home from work. I'm so excited about my goals and what I want to create, my new business, that I'm going to have the emotional energy to do that. You might even sleep a little less. You might spend less time with the kids, less time with your spouse, and of course you communicate that to people around you. This is important to me. I need to do this. And so you go download our free course on time management, so you really make sure that that time you have that week is spent super productively, and you get 1,000% more out of it than you would normally do in your normal everyday gear, right? So, but what we have to see here is that that's really acquired. We have to do that. We have to break out of normal reality, and so it has to hurt some places. If it doesn't hurt, it's not out of the normal reality, because the normal reality is a comfort zone, right? So what you do is you say, okay, how much time could I have if my life depended on it? And even better, if the life of the one I loved, or the ones I love, depended on it. How much time could I really, how little would I sleep if I knew I have to do this in a week? Well, then I could perhaps, do with 5 hours of sleep every night if my life or other lives depended on it, right? Isn't that true? You would break down walls, you would do everything. And you can do that for a week. You can tell people around you that this is what I'm going to do. And it's really important to me. So next week, I'm going to focus so much more on you than I usually do, because now I just spent 1 week in absence almost, right? Then you can shift back and forth between this. See, now life gets interesting. Now you have extremes. Now you have bam into this, bam, into the other part, the other extreme, right? Focusing on your family, focusing on your work, your paying job, right? With extra focus and intensity. Then back to this, boom. This is the immediate reward you get from following or acting on your dreams and going for what it is that you want, that you get out of that, my day job, and I wish I could get out of it, but it's just impossible, right? It's not impossible, but it requires you to sprint. It requires you to create these exceptions to the norm. And once you do that and you go back and forth, there's no normal anymore. There's just intensity now. It really is the only way to live if you want to get the most out of your life. So you might as well start now. It's not just about creating that exception. It's about seizing the day, right? Getting the most out of your life and creating these extremes so you really get things done in your business and your family, instead of everything just being that middle gray zone that just slowly kills us until we actually die. So a little positive message here. I hope to see you in the next video. And don't forget to subscribe and do all these things. Go to our website, download the free course, and so on. See you. You can increase your productivity by 5 or 10 times overnight by putting the 3 methods into action that I'm going to give you in my free course. So go download it right now by clicking the link just below here.